What is going on there, everyone? Well, the Democrats are happy because the House Democrats vote to open impeachment inquiry, which means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. They're going to be doing the same thing they've already done. This is all just a sham, people. This is really nonsensical. I can't believe we're actually seeing a process play out the way it's playing out. It's playing out in a completely unprecedented manner. If you look back to the two former impeachment trials within our time, because I think there was three, but one was a long time ago. But when you look back at the Nixon and the Clinton, this is not how things went at all, and everyone acknowledges that, except for the Democrats, because they don't care. The Russian narrative fell apart. That was their glue, sticking them to going towards an impeachment inquiry. Well, that fell apart. So what did they do? Okay, since Russia didn't work, what's another former Soviet place we can say Trump's linked to somehow in a bad way? Ukraine. Ukraine will do it. The problem is he released a transcript of that call, and then he made y'all look like foolish conspiracy theorists by saying, oh, we didn't get the whole transcript. Oh, there's pieces missing. Since when did the Democratic Party become such a big conspiracy party? We used to be blamed for that. You know, on the GOP side, we used to get blamed for being the conspiracy party. Turns out, Democrats they're crazier than what the GOP will seem to be. But let's get into this story a little bit. The House of Representatives officially voted to open an impeachment inquiry against President Donald Trump on Thursday, following months of speculation. Like I've stated, this doesn't change anything. Nothing's going to move forward faster. It's just, we're going to get a whole bunch of the same stuff. Pretty much. The vote passed 232 to 196. Mostly along party lines, with nearly all Democrats voting to begin an impeachment inquiry and all Republicans sticking behind the president. Yeah, way to be bipartisan when it comes to impeachment. Democratic Representative Jeff Van Drew of New Jersey and Colin Peterson of Minnesota broke ranks to vote against the resolution. Thank you. Dude, that's pretty bad when only two Democrats have common sense. Two. That's it. And I praise them a little bit. Thank you. But I think you should have done more by talking some more people in your party, not to be so ridiculous. You know, impeachment involves high crimes and misdemeanors. Where are they? Where are they? Because the president's been very open about this whole situation. He released the transcripts to the American people. We all read it. At least everyone that watches these videos, if you were watching these videos when that came out, you got a chance to read it. Because I always post that stuff, because that's my main goal, is to make sure y'all know what's actually going on. And to provide y'all with the information that most people aren't going to see, because they're either not willing to look for it, or they just don't have the time, or something. They don't feel like searching for it. So I'll do that for y'all gladly. Search for all these documents to bring them to you. But you can see the only bipartisan situation in the whole thing is to vote against this impeachment measure. I don't even count Justin Amash. He's a turncoat. He's an independent. I don't like him. He said many foolish things. He's a Trump derangement syndrome guy. I don't care about him. The vote comes over a month after House Speaker Nancy Pelosi officially announced an inquiry following a whistleblower's complaint involving a phone call between President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. However, Democrats have been musing about impeachment since well before the complaint. Yeah, since 2016 they've been talking about impeachment. I mean, come on. Does that not seem to register with... no, you know what? I think it does register with normal voters in America. That this is nonsense, and this is just partisan anger that they lost the 2016 election. Because they've literally been wanting to impeach this president since 2016. Since he was first brought into office, they've been trying to find ways to get him out. Because he's not a politician. He's called out the swamp many of times. And that's one thing I do absolutely love about President Trump. Not only did he call out the swamp, he has been very effective in showing us exactly what the swamp is. Because a lot of people were like, what is he talking about? Back in 2016. Well, I think everyone got to see exactly what he's talking about. This type of nonsense we're dealing with right now. It's crazy. Democrats have been musing about the impeachment since before the complaint, and even passed a resolution early last month setting parameters for impeachment weeks before the complaint about Trump and Zelensky's phone call was made public. Like I said, before this phone call even happened, they were already trying to impeach over nothing, over a failed Russia plot that was completely false. Which, I think that's the main reason that they're doing this, is because the independent investigation onto how the whole Russia collusion narrative started is going to be coming out soon. I think that's why the Democrats are doing this right now. Honestly, I mean, come on, why? Why else would they do this at this very moment? Take a vote for nothing. A vote that essentially leads to nothing new happening. The same nonsense that's been going on. Come on. Republicans have contended that Democrats are motivated by personal animus against the president and lingering bitterness over the 2016 presidential election. Agreed. I think a lot of people agree with that. The White House and congressional Republicans have also complained about the secretive nature of the process up to this point, ripping Democratic leaders for holding impeachment hearings behind closed doors. I also agree with that. First off, you remember a few days back when the Republicans stormed the SCIF. They said, we demand to hear what's going on here. They are supposed to be co-equal. Well, they're not, apparently. According to the Democrats. They're not co-equal. These are not classified hearings. Yet no one can hear them. They say it's a threat to national security. How? They're not classified. How is it a threat to national security? Explain to me that one. Or is it just because you're hiding something? Or it's just because you want to manipulate things? The Democrats came out today. Schiff came out and said, oh, you'll see from the transcripts that the Republicans got to ask questions and stuff. Well, what about all those questions they were trying to ask and you wouldn't allow the question? What's that about? You wouldn't allow, you were manipulating the witness to answer questions that you didn't mind, and to stop the questions that you didn't care for. Think about that, people. Think about that. That's what's actually happening. If the Democrats don't like the question the Republicans asking, they shut the question down. Come on. Come on. The information we're discussing in these interviews is not classified. I repeat, is not classified. There is no reason why the discussions need to take place in secret in the SCIF. Republican North Carolina Representative Mark Meadows told the Daily Caller earlier this week, and that's absolutely true. Why are we the people just sitting here? Let's get some petitions or something started. I want freedom of information requests. I think I'm going to do that today. I think I'm going to get on and request a FOIA request for the information that's going on in these SCIF meetings. It's not classified. We the people should be hearing this. They're trying to to undo the 2016 election with this impeachment against the will of 65 million Americans who voted for Donald Trump. We deserve to hear what's going on. We deserve to hear the reasons why they claim they can remove the president. Wouldn't that just make sense? You know, we the people who voted him in office, wouldn't it be sensical for us to hear what's going on? But they want to keep this all closed and wrapped up? No, something's wrong there. The Democratic Party is overstepping their boundaries. They're authoritarians. They don't care about their constituents. They don't care about anything except their loss in 2016 and their inevitable loss in 2020. This is pathetic. This is pathetic that our government is doing this. If they were for impeachment, cool. I don't mind that. Go about it the right way. Go about it in a very transparent way for the American people can make up their minds. Not have a group of elites in a basement room in secret trying to dictate something that's going to affect all of us. Is that what the Democratic Party's becoming? Just a bunch of dictators? It sounds like it. If you listen to the progressives, that's exactly what they want to become. The progressives, that's exactly what they want. They want to be authoritarian dictators, where they dictate to you what you can and can't do. And Donald Trump's not like that. So he is a problem. It's pathetic, man. This is pathetic. They're sending us down a very bad path. A very bad path. And it's a waste of time. The House is going to vote to impeach. The Senate is going to dismiss it. So what is this for? You know what else I think this is for? Because the Democrats don't have an agenda. They don't have anything going on. So they don't want to do their actual jobs of legislating and getting stuff passed through law and all this stuff. No, because they have nothing that makes sense. Everything they keep trying to get passed through is Green New Deal this, nonsense here, this, that. It's a bunch of BS. This is why they're doing this, because they have nothing going on. The Republican Party has been rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. I mean, you just look at it. The economy is booming. More people have jobs than ever. In all communities. Doesn't matter black, white, brown, or yellow. Everyone's doing better, which is important. I'm frustrated, people. I'm frustrated. This is just, come on. This is sucking the air out of every room. It's just nonsense. I'd love to hear your comments. I would love to hear your comments on this one, just because I would like to know if you're going as insane about it as I am. If it's just driving you mad, because it's BS, and we all know it. And even if you disagree, I'd like to hear why. I'd like to hear any evidence that the left claims, because I just don't see it. I just don't see it. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. I will catch y'all on the flip side.